Oh, boy.
Queen right on the flop.
King, queen,
Look at
two.
this, the Dane hitting the queens.
King, queen, two, queen.
Now the antes are going to be 2,000, blinds 8 and 16,000.
Well, there you see the chip leader, Andrea Dato out of Rome. He's a professional player sitting on 1.3 million. Right behind him is the Dane, Simon Ravnsbaek, in second place.
All right, action's going to be on Simon Ravnsbaek. Second WPT final table. He made the final table in Vienna in season 9.
Yeah, he actually finished third in that event.
He's out.
Next is Andrea Carini, one of 4 tie-ins at this final table.
He's also going to fold, and now the Russian, Rinat Bogdanov, 30 years old, picks up a 9-7.
He's the only non-professional player at the table, works in finance.
And he's going to finance his hand because he's just raised it to 33,000. Gianluca out. Now Alessandro Longobardi, 31 years old, out of Naples, not going to play it.
So around to the big blind, the chip leader, Andrea Dato. He looks down at ace-queen.
Yeah, pretty strong.
Most players as chip leaders in this spot would probably just 3-bet right here, but see what he's going to do.
Nope. Just going to walk the dog, just going to call the Russian.
Well, taking the conservative route here on hand number 1. Comes a flop. King 8-4.
Helps neither player. Andrea Dato going to quickly check, and let's see if the Russian makes the continuation bet with 9 high. He's getting chips out.
He is doing it, man.
Yeah.
This is his first ever WPT event. Only been playing poker 3 years, but he has come to play.
45,000 with nothing. But Dato's got to be stubborn. He's going to stick around with his ace high.
Thinks the ace high might be good, and it is. Board pairs 8s.
Dato not hitting there. He's checking again.
Now the Russian checks right behind him this time.
Can't blame him. He's slowing down. River card coming up. It's a queen. Good for Dato.
Dato's got to believe he's got the best hand right now after his opponent checked on the turn.
And he's coming out to bet 45,000 like he should. Now the 30-year-old out of Saratov, Russia.
Look at this, Vince.
He's only been playing poker for 3 years, but what is he doing here?
Most people would have just quickly mucked that hand. He is getting out raising chips.
Certainly is, Mike.
But it's just the min raise, Vince. He's bet 90,000.
That is scary.
Now with that raise, there's over 300,000 in the pot. Only going to cost Dato 45,000 to call. He's a huge chip leader, so.
That move is so bad, it actually could be good.
Well,
I can't believe this. Will it
possibly
work,
lay this down for
No, you
45,000.
wouldn't think. Oh boy, he's going to do it. He's laid it down.
Unbelievable. Oh, the Italian got a little spaghetti in his face right there for sure.
Oh boy, the Russian skins the fur for the first time tonight, and look at the crowd. They're stunned by this.
Well, they're really going to be stunned when they see the cards. How that hand was played.
The next hand, a quick fold by Carini, and here's the star of the moment.
That's the first hand of the final table. Can you imagine how many Americans are coming to Italy to play this event next year?
All right, well, he gets out of the way. He's got to feel so good about himself. And right now, Gianluca not going to play this hand.
That's the guy that broke me in this tournament.
You're bitter, aren't you?
No.
All right, Alessandro also out. And now it's around to the chip leader.
It's aces. I know it. You always know it. You always have aces.
Andrea Dato, and he picks up another good hand.
I always hope I have aces.
This time he's got ace-jack of hearts here. Eating a small blind. These two guys in the blinds here are the most experienced players at the table. Both have made a WPT final table before.
He is going to raise it to 50,000, but right behind him, the Danish player, Ravnsbaek, with an ace-10.
Could get in trouble here. A lot of guys might 3-bet with this hand against a small blind. Maybe lucky for him, he did not. Simon going to take the conservative route. Just calling here, so we're going to have a flop.
Ace-jack up against ace-10. Here we go.
Oh, and it's come king, queen, 5. Dato has flopped a royal flush draw.
Is that all? Unreal. And he's coming out to make the continuation bet in Italy. Yes, 55,000.
Now, Ravnsbaek, of course, has the ace-high straight draw. He's looking for a jack. And he makes the call.
Okay, going to the turn.
The deuce of hearts comes off. The nut flush. for Dato here. The best hand possible.
Just a beautiful card. And look at this man. Good poker face. So excited you have to be, having the nuts at this point.
I played with this guy most of the day on day one. Pretty impressive player, but I got to tell you, he was a very slow player. Very methodical, took his time on every decision.
Stuck 70,000 in with the nuts at this point, and uh-oh. Simon Ravnsbaek with the scarf. See, you just don't wear scarves like that in the U.S. You have to be in Europe to do that. He's going to re-raise, Mike, with nothing.
Wow. This could spell doom for the Dane.
Oh, boy. And Dato can't believe it.
And he's just calling here.
Oh, yeah. Just okie dokie him. Hopefully he'll make even more money. Down to the river we go.
Ace of clubs comes off. Well, Dato's going to check here.
So now Ravnsbaek has got to think maybe he's good with his ace. Who knows?
And he's got a hand now he can check down here. He was bluffing on the turn. Now he has two aces.
I check.
And that's exactly what he's going to do. He's going to check it down. Lucky for him.
That's good.
Ravnsbaek has to be humiliated. Tries to chuckle it off.
Oh, boy, he's got to feel like that scarf is just choking him right now a little bit after that play.
Well, he had imagination, but that time didn't work out. Dato extends his chip lead.
You already know the World Poker Tour has brought to you life-changing events for the last 20 years. But now it's never been easier to win your package to a WPT destination by going to WPTglobal.com, the online home of the World Poker Tour.
Simply click the sign up link in the upper right-hand corner. Sign up with bonus code YT38 and get a free satellite ticket to the WPT World Championship.
Championship at Bellagio at the end of the season, where he can make millions more.
Right now we have a $3,000 ante, and the blinds are 10 and 20,000.
For our chip leader, Andrea Dato from Rome. Got 1.7 million in chips. In second place, the Russian Bogdanov with 925,000. Short stack right now, Gianluca Trebbi with just about 300,000.
And right now, Alessandro Longobardi from Naples, Italy, picks up an ace-9 of hearts. He's first to play.
He is going to raise it. Makes it 42,000 to go.
Dato going out, and now it's on the Dane. Simon Ravnsbaek with the scarf and a queen-7.
Certainly not much of a hand here, but he's going to raise with it.
Wow.
The scarf going to work on him here.
91,000 to go. Carini out. Now the Russian, Rinat, 30 years old. First WPT event. Only played poker for 3 years. He's going away.
Now Gianluca Trebbi, pro out of Italy. He folds as well. Back around to Alessandro Longobardi.
Says his former job was a sports bettor.
I can tell you one thing. When you get re-raised and you just look down at an ace-9, you're not liking it too much, especially out of position. But Longobardi going to make the call here.
All right, he's into action. Queen-7, opposite. Ace-9, we're flopping.
Now comes ace-king deuce. Longobardi out in front now with the two aces. Let's see how it develops.
Well, he is going to check here with his aces. Throwing the rope to the scarf.
Well, the Dane highly influenced by Gus Hansen, the winningest player in the history of the WPT, who plays very aggressive, and obviously this Dane playing aggressive as well.
Now 53,000. Into Alessandro, who has a top pair 9 kicker, and he's going to make the call, of course.
The Italian going nowhere after flopping top pair. An 8 comes on the turn.
Helps neither player. Again, a check by Alessandro.
You have about 350 left.
The Dane asking him how much he's got left. Will he fire another shell? That's the question. 3-bet before the flop bet on the flop, but he's been called all the way so far. Will he continue with this charade? Well, he's going to try it again.
116,000.
Give him credit for having some heart, as we say.
Molly.
But the Italian showing more heart as he moves all in with an ace-9 here. Well, look at this bench, showing him the 9. Ooh, that's just a little Italian jab, isn't it, to the Dane. Who do you think you're messing with here?
So the Dane taking his hit there. He tried hard, but Alessandro taking down that pot nicely. Back to this hand. Quick fold by Dato. Ravnsbaek now.
This time he's got a real hand. He's got ace-queen. Certainly going to pop it up with that. Makes it 42,000 to go.
It does. Carini out. Rinat now with an attractive king-jack of spades. He's got the button.
He also knows the guy just bluffed his money off in the last pot. Might be steaming here. So another reason to play. And indeed he does. Makes the call.
And Gianluca is folding another hand. Very tight player. He's a businessman from Florence, Italy. And now it's around to Alessandro. He's got a nothing hand. He won't compete.
All right, here we go. Here comes the flop. Flop comes 8-8-5.
Two spades. That is beautiful there for Rinat.
Now Simon going to make the continuation bet here. 41,000. Don't see the Russian going anywhere with a flush draw. Nope, he has made the call.
Hoping to catch a flush. Here comes the turn, but he catches his kings.
He now has kings up and a flush draw.
Ravnsbaek with nothing, finally slowing down with a check. And Rinat feeling comfortable. Getting chips out. Ready to plunge. Yep.
He's going to bet 70,000 here.
Simon with just ace high.
What's he going to do?
He likes to play cards. Boy, this guy is very loose, aggressive. Just feels he has an edge in every hand. He doesn't.
He's making the call here,
He
man.
is. What
Thinks
is
the
this
ace-queen
about?
might be the best hand. He's just hoping his opponent is on some type of drawing hand, a straight draw or a flush draw. And if he was on a drawing hand, he's made the draw as the four spade comes off. He would have made the straight, the flush, anything he was drawing at.
The Dane is going to check again, and now Rinat realizes he's got a flush. Oh, things are good. And the Russian, who looks a little like Ricky Schroeder if he hung out in Siberia for 10 years, is going to bet it 160,000.
Well, Ravnsbaek's got to realize he can beat nothing now, so he gives up the pot, and the Russian takes down another one.
Rinat has only been playing poker for 3 years. It's pretty amazing.
First WPT event ever.
And tonight he has a shot at big money here in Venice. And he is tough here tonight. Back to the felt we go. Quick fold by Alessandro. Now Dato picking up pair of eights. He looks like one of those young Shakespearean actors, doesn't he? With the goatee and the whole look. Like he runs the place. And he has raised to 50,000. Ravnsbaek out. Now Carini from Milan, Italy. First WPT event, first final table, of course.
All in.
And he's saying all in with the short stack.
Well, he's on the button here.
Got ace three.
On the short stack, just making a move here. First hand he's played.
Rinat gonna junk his hand. Gianluca folds.
60 colla.
And Dato's he's gonna fold her. I mean a cola. I'm mixed up on it.
Well, he can well afford to make this call as chip leader here. He does so, and he's in good shape to win this pot and knock out the young Italian pro.
He is.
So Carini, who's a former cook, could get fried right here if he doesn't get some help.
Carini on the ropes. Here's the flop.
Now flop 10-7-5, so the 2-8 still out front.
Carini in trouble here. Dato out in front. Here comes the turn card. Can he pull off an ace here? Nope.
Well, the deuce comes off.
He's got a straight draw, inside straight draw.
Needs an ace or a 4 to win this pot. 2-8s out in front right now.
Down to the river we go.
For Andrea.
The youngest player at the table could be taking a hiatus if he don't get help, and he doesn't as the jack comes off. So that's going to do it for the young Italian, Andrea Carini, from Piacenza, Italy, out tonight in sixth place.
Yeah, a gentleman, a smile, but it is arrivederci for Carini as he walks away in sixth place. Going to take home 32,000 euros. What an effort.
Well, Vince, he knows that Dato is a very aggressive player, so he just decided to come over the top, move all in, and hope that he had one of the hands that he usually has when he raises. This time he had 2-8s, made the call, the 8 stood up, and that does it for the young Italian, Andrea Carini.
You already know the World Poker Tour has brought you life-changing events for the last 20 years. But now it's never been easier to win your package to a WPT destination by going to WPTglobal.com, the online home of the World Poker Tour.
Simply click the sign up link in the upper right-hand corner. Sign up with bonus code YT38 and get a free satellite ticket to the WPT World Championship.
There you see our chip leader, Andrea Dato, with over 2 million in chips. The Russian in second place, and right now the Dane on the short stack in 5th place. 5 players left fighting it out for this title.
Action first. The man from Florence, Italy, Gianluca, he folds, and now on to Alessandro, who has picked up a big hand, pair of 10s.
He will not be folding.
Andes are up to 4,000 blinds at 12 and 24 right now. He is going to raise it, makes it 50,000 to go.
Chip leader looks down at Queen Jack of Hearts on the button.
Dato with a seductive hand, and he's just going to call it. Now it's on to the Dane, who looks at the weapons of mass destruction, the pair of aces, and what a time to get it.
Well, unbelievable. Ravnsbaek is just making move after move. Nothing's worked for him so far at this final table. Now he's picked up 2 aces. I expect he'll just be moving in. He's on the short stack at this table. 2 other players already in the pot.
I'm all in.
There he goes, all in, he says. Now the Russian gets out of the way. Pretty automatic call here, you would think, for Alessandro with the 10s.
All in.
Yep.
Alessandro is all in. We have no
Well, he goes all in as well, just to shut Dato out of the pot. And he is not going to like what he sees as Ravnsbaek turns up 2 aces. He is dominated.
Well, Ravnsbaek, so aggressive, but he usually has no hand. This time, he's got a real hand, Mike.
It's not only pair over pair, it's suit over suit. Can't make a flush to win the pot. Flop come Jack 8-3 here. 2 aces well out in front.
Jack 8-3 on the flop.
Very solid for the man with the scarf.
In case he loses his pot, he could take that scarf and tie it up around one of the rafters and just say, why go on?
Aces in front. Here comes the turn card.
6 of diamonds comes off, so
Ace is still out in front, Mike.
Let's see the turn now.
Ravnsbaek is still safe to the river. He looks happy.
well, he is happy. Those opponents got a 2-outer, as we say.
Turn is 6
Must
of
catch a
diamonds.
10 on the river.
One more card to sweat, river card. Let's take a peek.
Well, that's a queen. So there you go. That's the hand Simon's been waiting on to get back in the thick of things. He is feeling good right now.
Mike, he never had to sweat it. It's like one of those flops that look good.
Forget
The
about
turn
it.
looked
You
good.
always sweat it.
The river was fine. I mean, that's the way to have hands hold up.
Well, if he didn't raise flop, he'd have lost that hand.
Oh, what did you
That
have?
would have made queens and jacks, but obviously everybody's going to move all in with the aces there.
Back to the felt, a quick fold by Alessandro, and now Dato. Oh, he's got a pair of 8s.
Now, this hand was good to him earlier as he busted the young Italian with these 2 8s. So certainly going to raise it up here, makes it 50,000 to go.
Ravnsbaek with the button, and he's got a pretty good ace-queen here. Coming off the last hand, he's going to re-raise, makes it 127 to go.
He raises
3 bets with the ace-queen this time.
127,000.
Rinat now peeks down, and an awful 5 and 10, releases that. Gianluca hasn't played a hand since,
He hasn't had a hand yet at this final table.
it's been a long time.
I'm all in.
Back on Simon, and he goes all in.
Raises
Call.
all in.
Andrea going all in and called.
Good luck, man.
Well, we're in a classic race situation.
Waits for Andrea, ace queen.
It's the
for
under pair
Simon.
versus the 2 over cards. The 2 8s were lucky for Andrea a minute ago when he eliminated his fellow Italian.
Andrea Dato's got
Can he
fairways.
eliminate the Dane
Ace
here
queen,
with the
ace
2
queen
8s as
for
well?
Simon.
Simon going with the ace-queen. The Dane on a little rush right now.
Well, this is a monster pot right here. Whoever wins it will be the big chip leader at this final table.
Okay, 5 cards to come. The first 3 coming up in the House of Pain here in Venice. Oh, boy.
Queen right on the flop.
Is king, queen,
Look at
two.
this, the Dane hitting the queens.
King, queen, two, pair of queens.
Well, a dream flop right there for Ravnsbaek. So Dato has 1 out only, the 8 of clubs. That's all that will win it for him.
Let's have a heart.
Ravnsbaek feeling it, knowing it,
All right.
doing his little
Let's hit
Danish
top.
dance.
Just that quickly, you could go from last place to first place at this final table.
Deuce pairs the board on the turn.
Why is wincing about
I
that
don't know
card?
why either. But he's European, they can do that.
Nope.
The only card he has to wince at is the 8 of clubs.
All right, here we go. Last card coming up.
It's a 5. So Simon doubling up yet again. Vince, the guy came into the final table in second chip position. He'd whittle his way down to where he was in 5th place. Now he's battled back. He's doubled up in 2 consecutive pots. And he is now the chip leader at this final table.